let's go ahead and hand out Buckeye leagues. Now we're going to go the opposite direction this time, so we'll start with you first, Corey. Let's start with the offensive player of the game.
There actually is quite a few to choose from, but I got to go Bo Jackson, man, because he got reps with the ones. He is emerging as a young star. He got me on the bandwagon yesterday. I'm fully on with you and Chris now, and nothing against James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson, whom when they're in the game, I will root like crazy for them because they're Buckeyes. But Bo is clearly the most talented right now, and he sees the hole better. His timing's better. He's just got better chemistry right now with the offensive line, and he looks great and explosive and can make big plays. And I give it to Bo.
Chris.
Yeah, but Bo's a great choice. I'm going to be a little different though, and I'm going to go with Jeremiah Smith.
I mean, also a great choice.
Nine receptions for 153 yards. That's 17 yards per, in case you were wondering. By the way, he also had one run. Want to guess how many yards it was?
17.
17. 2 touchdowns scored. Give me JJ.
Mike, your offensive player of the game.
I'd say Jeremiah Smith too. Just his receptions, he's really becoming consistent. I think he should get the Heisman, or at least he should be a front runner for it. I mean, what he did last year with our playoff championship run. But once again, too, Bo Jackson, really impressive. It's so great seeing a new running back just reloading in there and stepping up and doing awesomely. So, but I think Jeremiah Smith would edge it out a little bit. He's my player.
Since you brought it up, Mike, and I brought it up earlier in our good and bad and the ugly, shout out to Corey down there for giving me that idea from last year, and I've just kind of ran with it this year. Hope you're not mad about that, Corey.
I'm extremely curious, obviously.
I figured you were. That's what the silent treatment was all about.
Well, I'm just so upset.
I brought that up, that Ohio State needs to start promoting him as a Heisman Trophy candidate now. You don't wait till week 8 or 10 or 11 or 12.
Or never, as a Jerry Emmings.
Right? Now. And if Ohio State's not going to do it, we need to do it. So all of us need to start creating graphics, talking about it, hashtagging it. Anytime you're on social media and you think about it, talk about it, tag somebody in it in the national media, throw his stats up there. We're going to have to do a grassroots campaign for him to win the Heisman probably, because Ohio State seems to not want to do that for some reason. So,
and Eric, they need to tag us in it too, because we'll share it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time for us to get another Heisman. We have so much high caliber talent year in and year out. Was Troy Smith the last one? Nobody's won it since, right? It's time for us to have another Heisman, and it should be this year.
By the way, on the year so far, JJ has 20 catches, 315 for 3 touchdowns, and is in receptions. He's averaging 16 yards per catch. So that's so far in 3 games.
Plus, he's got that rushing touchdown he got yesterday.
Yes, exactly. So that's the first one of the year. Is that the first carry of the year? Yeah, first carry of the year.
He's 1 for 1. He was like Bo Jackson for a hot minute there. All right, let's go ahead and move over to the defensive player of the game, Corey.
That's got to be Caden Curry. Just had his best game as a Buckeye, 7 QB pressures, which I found out just before we started the broadcast tonight, and a sack. Obviously, he's just all over the place. He got a sack from the nose tackle position and on a double team. He was a monster, and if we expect Kenyatta to be really good. We expect Edric and Caden McDonald, Bo Atkinson. If he adds another element to that, where you could put him on the line and he can get to the quarterback from anywhere, just watch out, man. This defensive line is going to be sick as we go forward. So, Caden Curry, man, stepping up, playing great.
Chris?
Yeah, that's a great choice and one that I was going to make. But you know what? I like to make Eric work on these graphics just a little bit extra. So I'm going to take another guy who I thought was a great standout yesterday. That's Arvell Reese. Reese played a tremendous game. Nearly had us a fumble there at the end, or so the officials thought at least. 7 tackles, a sack, tackle for loss, 2 pass deflections. Great all-around game.
Wargo.
Caden Curry. That's really refreshing to see a dominant defensive line, and it was really impressive to see that. So I think that's a clear-cut choice for me.
Yeah, I think it became very evident as the game was going on that Curry was having his best game as a Buckeye yesterday. So
Eric, Sean's chiming in with his Aaron vote. Oh, you'd already done it. Sean's chiming in with his Aaron vote.
yep, Curry, Arvell, Bo, Atkinson.
Let's just let the whole defense share it.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on
Before we move on there real quick, Eric, one that should go out, a special mention. How about that offensive line, man? Again, another great performance. And for those of you who haven't been keeping track, do you know how many sacks they've given up all year?
0.
1.
Oh, well, that's right. One.
Who was that? When was that? Was that yesterday?
Sam got sacked 1 time.
That had to be yesterday, right? Was that on that 4th down play?
Yep.
At the beginning of the game?
Yep.
I love Texas. The Texas game. Did you see that one highlight where they just drove that D lineman back on skates?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was awesome. Like that was really impressive to see, because we know in the past, and you guys know more than me, the offensive line had some issues in the past few years, but we look pretty solid, and that's what's really impressive about all this. Ryan Day just seems to be reloading now, and it just keeps going. So they're impressive as well.
Shout out Luke Montgomery for putting that defensive lineman on skates. Yeah, that's a
I said, okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. And also shout out to Gene Smith for the terrible turf to make that happen.
Let's go back to grass, man.
No kidding.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah. I love that video when you get into the game and it's snowing Wargo, and that was natural grass, if I recall correctly. The field was muddy.
I went about a foot into the field. There's a lot of mud that day, so
yeah.
Luckily, I didn't slip.
All right, let's continue on. Corey, the offensive play of the game.
Oh gosh, there's quite a few to choose from. You know what? I'm gonna go that deep touchdown. I think it was to Tate at the end of the game, because I was concerned about Julian's deep ball. Obviously, early on, that one to JJ that didn't go for a touchdown, that should have been a touchdown, was like he just like I don't know. He had to stop and eat a pizza and then catch the ball. And I was like, it just took forever to get there. But that one to Tate was right on the money. Started to alleviate some of my concerns. Like, okay, he can do it. It's just a timing thing and a mechanics thing with him. But that was one of my reservations going into the season with Julian, is like, how strong is that guy's arm? I know he's accurate. How strong can he get it down the field? And that one to Tate was on the money. So I'm glad to see the improvement.
Chris.
Yeah, that was an awesome play. I'm tempted to go Jeremiah Smith on the one that should have been a touchdown, just for the way he adjusted back to it. But you know what? That's become such commonplace for Jeremiah that I think we kind of expect it. So how about this? How about the kid busting off a 64-yard run? There's a reason he had a 12.1 average. When you bust off 64-yarder, that helps a lot. So give me Bo Jackson's 64-yard run.
He's actually averaging 12 for the season.
Jeez.
And is Ohio State's leading rusher, in case nobody noticed.
Yep.
Yeah, in 2 games. Wargo, your offensive play of the game.
I liked watching the passes with both Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, but I'd have to go with the Bo Jackson run. I still love just seeing power football and just running it down their throat. Remember last year at the Rose Bowl when we took Oregon the second time, that run down the middle there. It was just so that was nice. And once again, it's nice to see Bo Jackson really coming out and making a statement.
All right, let's move over to the defensive side here. This is going to be interesting. And if one of you guys missed this, I'm going to be so mad at you guys, because I've removed myself from the graphics, so that way I can concentrate on all these. Corey, your defensive play or hit of the game?
Hit. You know what? Since you said hit, I'll go with McClain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an absolutely textbook clean hit on a player. We're teaching these guys some good hits, because we've been seeing it the last couple of years between Sonny Styles, between the safeties. They will pop somebody and they'll do it legally. And I remember not too long ago, we had a problem with guys putting their head down and getting kicked out of games. I'm thinking of, I know people disagree about this. I'm thinking Sean Wade. I'm thinking Nick Bosa, who launched into an Iowa quarterback's head. And but right now, these guys are popping people. and they're doing it legally. And McLean's got a bright future. He has been a very, very nice surprise. Caleb's king. I get it. I love Caleb Downs, but man, it's nice to see another guy step up like McLean.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I was so concerned we weren't gonna go there, and I was like, man, we need someone to go there. That was a massive hit. Chris, your defensive player hit of the game.
Yeah, there was a lot to choose from, I'll tell you. But and I'd been torn between the McLean hit and the big fourth down stop. I've got to go with McLean's hit though. I mean, that brought me back to like watching Ronnie Lott. That was the kind of hit that was. That was a hurt you hit. You know, I'm going to go with the McLean hit as well.
So, do you think that made that hit brought some tears to the eyes of one Caden Diesel freak?
I think he felt very happy, and I hope he did, because let me tell you, he was a sad little puppy the last time I talked to him.
Yeah.
He actually brought down my mood that day.
He Saturday morning he was fired up, so hopefully that hit was what he was expecting and wanting. Wargo, your defensive player hit of the game.
I'll concur with what you guys said. That McLean hit. That was something else.
Excellent. That's what we will do, and we'll put that into Jalen McLean with the sweep on the day. Way to go, young man. Not one, not two, but 3 Buckeye leaves heading Jalen McLean's way. And I tell you, going into the season, I was very concerned about the defensive line. And my concerns about that defensive line are every single game dwindling more and more and more. Shout out to the legend, Larry J, man, the living legend, for continuing to do what he do and building this defensive line. They are looking good. Caden Curry was a beast yesterday. There's hardly any running room on this defensive line, and we know that they do a heck of a job in the red zone as well. But
how much longer do you think he's going to go,
my prediction is this is his last year. If we
I agree. I think this is the last season. Yeah.
I think if we win it, he hosts 2 in a row national championship trophies, and says, I've done my job. I've done my duty.
You know, Eric, and we all talked about that big hit by McLean. Let's not forget there was another big hit in that game, and that was Bo Atkinson absolutely destroying Ohio's quarterback.
About knocked him out of the game.
Yeah. Well, it did for a few plays.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy was seeing stars, man. He was seeing stars. Big Thor. Yeah, that was a big hit.
This is a chippy football team, man. They like it. They like hitting people.
Do you guys feel like Larry Johnson and Matt Patricia are just much better suited to work together than Knowles and Johnson were?
I mean, the proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not hearing any rumors like last year, and there's something to rumors. So, yeah.
Not that I think there are rumors, but it wouldn't shock me if Ryan Day's like, any rumors get out, I will fire you.
Yeah, after last year. I think they were just happy for for Knowles to be gone, I think.
He sounds like he's a bit of a drama queen. I'm just saying.
We got a super chat
From DK.
You guys coming to West Vegas for the game this year? So West Vegas is what they're calling West Lafayette, in case you guys didn't know, because of all the UNLV guys who followed their coach out to West Lafayette.
I just figured it's because they were gambling
maybe they were
every time
putting
I
a
go on the
casino
field.
I was going to say, well, yeah, we'll be there.
Do you win there, Chris, when you gamble?
I do better there. I probably do better there than I did in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to hit it again when you come back up.
Absolutely.
So, DK, I do not believe so. Our plan this year is to go to Champaign, Illinois, to the Illinois game. That's our plan this year. We got 2 tickets lined up. Chris and I will be heading that way to be doing that and doing some cross pod nation with the Keeping It Blue and Orange podcast out there with those guys. So they've invited us to their big tailgate party before the game, whenever that will be. I'm guessing it'll be a noon kickoff, which means 11 a.m. their time, because it'll be a big game. By the way, speaking of Illinois, they got a massive game this week. The game of the week in the Big Ten, Illinois at Indiana. Huge game. That is a
The-
massive football game.
I think Indiana gets knocked back to reality this week, to be honest.
Boy, they look good though, but they haven't played nobody. You know,
Right.
I mean, if you line up Penn State and Indiana, I can make an argument that Penn State's looked better. I'm sorry, Indiana's looked better than Penn State just because neither team's played anybody.
I could go with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, Indy, you just never know with Indiana. They're making like a mockery of the out of conference schedule. So,
100%.
And they're celebrating it. That's the thing. They are
Yeah.
celebrating it. Now, say what you want. I do not like Kurt Signetti, but the dude's got stones. He's just out there celebrating this. You know, that's
Now, if they beat Illinois Saturday, game on, boys.
oh no, I absolutely. Illinois is a legitimate.
Absolutely.
game. Yeah.
I will have to come on and apologize to the Indiana faithful if they go out there and beat Illinois this week.
Yeah,
I really will. And
It's-
I'll be
it's
man
good.
enough to do it. But
it's gonna be a really, and I think that's a nooner. So that's the big noon kick, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, before Nebraska and the Cheaters up north. So a couple good Big Ten games, and then the following week, of course, Ohio State will be going to Seattle to take on the Huskies, and then the nightcap is going to be Oregon in the whiteout over there in Not So Happy Valley.
Got some good games in 2 weeks, man.
Yes.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, there's one of the advantages of getting USC, Oregon, and Washington to join the Big Ten is you set up some pretty good games every single week now.
Yeah.
So it is one of the advantages of
You
it.
did not include UCLA in that, right?
I did not.
Okay, good.
I did not.
You just fired their coach today.
As,
Yeah,
as
Foster
DK
got
would
let
say,
go, didn't he?
basketball season's right around the corner.